The inspiration for the Lucid Air was drawn from the travel experience of an executive jet, and the key enabler for that is the miniaturization of the electric powertrain.
Elon Musk started Tesla Motors in 2003, intending to produce high-quality, high-performance electric vehicles. Since its humble beginnings, the Tesla Corporation has climbed the ladder of success and is now the #1 auto manufacturer on the planet. The only problem with being on top is everyone else wants to take you down. The auto industry is no different in that respect, and Tesla Corp now finds a target on its back as old and new players in the industry take aim and attempt to usurp the company from its throne. Here are the competitors Tesla has to watch out for. Before we get into this, please take a few seconds and smash that subscribe button, give us a like, and share and tickle that bell icon. It is only a few seconds for you in exchange for a lifetime of gratitude from us. Volkswagen. When Elon Musk announced this year that he was building his next gigafactory on the outskirts of Berlin, all attention turned to the German auto industry, shining a light on its failure to produce anything as exciting as its American counterpart. One of the industry giants that has long been promising to change that is the Volkswagen Group. In November, the company made good on its word by starting production of a new electric vehicle dubbed the ID.3. In what it calls its electric offensive, Volkswagen also aims to dedicate tens of billions of euros by 2028 to launch as many as 70 new electric models. One of the world's largest companies, the 82-year-old Volkswagen has survived countless cycles of boom and bust, not to mention dictatorship, war, and the division and reunification of its host country, making it particularly adept at achieving long-term aims such as this one. VW has an eye on being the global electric vehicle market leader by 2025 at the latest. With plans of rolling out a substantial number of new, affordable models over the next few years, VW may be the company Tesla needs to keep an eye on the most. NIO. Tesla and China have been big buzzwords in recent years, as they're both bringing world-changing innovation and growth to the auto industry. So when a Shanghai-based automotive startup comes along amid whispers of being China's Tesla, it is worth taking notice. Founded back in 2014, NIO makes premium electric vehicles for the world market. While its products have generally been met with critical acclaim, the company has also developed a reputation for taking risks and making unforeseeable moves. For one thing, the company had a bad start to the year, with massive layoffs and the termination of construction on a proposed factory. Some commentators fear that its valuation is based on a vague notion of the company's potential rather than its current fiscal state, although perhaps a similar charge could be made against Tesla itself. On the other hand, the stock has been looking better lately. In the fiscal quarter ending in October, NIO produced and delivered 5,000 vehicles, representing a 35% jump in sales, while last month, it saw its share price jump following the announcement of a partnership to develop autonomous cars with technology giant Intel. NIO is a high-risk bet, but the company's commitment to pushing boundaries, combined with its exceptionally low price, makes it simply too hard to write off. BYD Company. China is also home to BYD Company, one of the world's fastest-growing auto companies. From the unusual name, an acronym for Build Your Dreams, to its unique headquarters, a 670-acre campus complete with schools, hotels, and a monorail system, the company resembles a Google or Amazon in the mid-2000s. Not a household name on the world stage, BYD is already a giant in China. Its plethora of products touching on almost every high-tech sector, from consumer electronics to energy storage. The company is already the world's largest producer of battery-powered vehicles. Though the company has made little impact outside of China and has yet to show any real global ambition, this doesn't mean there isn't still room for phenomenal growth. Electric cars only account for 2% of total car sales in China, partly because the country is poorly equipped with electric charging points. Even if it never ventures beyond its borders, the future looks exciting for BYD. Nikola. Nikola Motor Company out of Salt Lake City, Utah is a new kid on the block of the auto industry. Nikola's vision for its future mostly has to do with semi-trucks, both purely electric and hydrogen-powered. Nikola also now plans to produce a pickup truck called the Badger, which the company says will run on a combination of electricity stored in batteries and electricity produced from compressed hydrogen. That combination, the Arizona-based company claims, will allow the Badger to drive a total of 600 miles before needing to recharge or refill. The Badger is supposed to be produced in cooperation with a major automaker, Nikola has said, but no deal has been announced yet. Rivian. Rivian, which is based in Michigan, is one of the most well-known of Tesla's competitors to come. Ford and Amazon are among its biggest investors. And Rivian recently raised another $2.5 billion in funding. Before that, it had raised close to $700 million in one round, and $500 million in another earlier round. Rivian said it plans to begin producing its off-road capable pickup, the R1T, and SUV, the R1S, next year. Rivian will also be busy producing electric delivery vans. In addition to its hundreds of millions of investment dollars, Amazon has also placed an order for 100,000 Rivian electric delivery vans to help the car startup get going. Fisker. Los Angeles-based Fisker plans to begin selling its Ocean crossover SUV in 2022 for about $40,000. That's roughly the same price as Nissan's upcoming e-SUV, the Ariya, and about $10,000 less than the Tesla Model Y, which starts at around $50,000, making the Fisker a stiff competitor for Tesla. You may recognize the Fisker name from the now-defunct Fisker Automotive, an earlier Hendrik Fisker venture that went out of business just a few years after its launch. Earlier this year, Fisker's new venture, Fisker Inc., announced a $2.5 billion deal with private equity firm Apollo Global Management that would result in its becoming a publicly traded company. The deal is expected to close in the fourth quarter of this year. Lucid. Lucid Motors CEO Peter Rawlinson was the chief engineer for Tesla's Model S before he left the company in 2012. Lucid plans to unveil a luxury vehicle called the Air in September that it is said will have a range of more than 400 miles and be able to go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in under 2.5 seconds. The company said the car will cost more than $100,000. Lucid began construction on its Casa Grande, Arizona manufacturing facility in December 2019, and it's expected to complete the first phase of the building later this year. It has another location suitable for developing a single vehicle. The startup has raised more than $1 billion from Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund and has plans to start delivering vehicles by the end of this year. Lordstown Motors. Lordstown Motors is an Ohio-based company founded in 2018 by Steve Burns that will start delivering vehicles in September of this year. They're developing a $53,000 electric pickup truck called the Endurance, intended for commercial fleets. The startup plans to build its truck in an old GM plant in Lordstown, Ohio, using some of the equipment that has been used to make the Chevrolet Cruze. Lordstown Motors is unique because it decided to use separate motors located in the four wheels, called hub motors. It also stood out for getting the attention of the Trump administration, as VP Mike Pence spoke at Endurance's unveiling in August of 2020, calling it a symbol of American manufacturing and know-how. The company received a $40 million emergency loan from GM and is attempting to raise $450 million to begin production of the Endurance at a rate that it says will be profitable. GM has a lot riding on Lordstown, so the pressure's on for the startup to deliver on what it promises. Byton. China has yet another automaker on this list, Byton, a Nanjing, China-based company founded in 2016 by former BMW and Nissan motor execs. This Chinese company has said it is planning to make a mid-size electric SUV that will have a gargantuan 48-inch horizontal screen running the entire width of the dashboard. There's also an iPad-sized touchscreen on the steering wheel, which will stay still while you turn the wheel. Byton has also said the car will be controlled by hand gestures in the air and voice controls, features like those already available in BMW models. Byton is not yet sure when it will start delivering vehicles, but with a price point on its base model $13,000 less than the Tesla, they may be another Chinese export to watch out for. For the moment, Tesla's grasp as the #1 automaker on Earth is firm. With Tesla's dedication to research and development, there's a good chance it will stay on top of the heap. Tesla will not be an easy cookie to crumble for its competitors, and every day, Musk is thinking of ways to make the company better and keep it on the cutting edge. With plans for European expansion and more affordable models, Tesla will only make it harder for its competitors to catch up. Which of these companies do you think will put up the strongest challenge for Tesla? And which of these auto companies do you think you might make a purchase from? Let us know in the comment section below. Then be sure to hit that thumbs up and subscribe button, tinker the notification bell, and share this video.